What's up? What's up? I ain't got really much to talk about. Just had to go live because I ain't feel like making two 15-minute videos. But pretty much, man, I'm just getting into how I feel about certain shit and talking about goals. And I don't know if people relate to me for the most part because you see on Twitter everybody talk about how I got this goal, I got that goal I'm trying to meet. It's like, but for me, as a kid too, like just setting things or like wanting something to go good for me, like it just, I don't know, like it didn't work out. And the reason I'm just saying this is because I just been in this cycle, bro, of like I'm good, I'm getting better mentally, I'm understanding spiritually, but I'm just not seeing the physical meet the same growth that I feel like I'm doing in my spirituality. And I get that of course you gotta start implementing and you gotta actually do the work. Like you can't just I mean, I guess it's not just meditation you would say, but you actually, doing the work. And that's fine with me, of course. I make my videos, do other things, I got investment, but it's still like, bro, it's still so much stacked against you, bro. And it's like I'm just tired of this shit. Like I just with my car, for instance, like losing that shit, like you need to get registration, you need to get all this other shit. And it's like, bro, my car got the fucking check engine light. So I don't even meet the first requirement, but I still need to get from point A to point B. And the more I drive, the more I'm literally going against myself. Like, because you're going to get so many tickets, so many warrants. And it's just like, bro, you're not gonna be able to pay them hoes because nigga, you never paid your registration fee. And it's like, bro, honestly, from the moment I got my car, like, yeah, I got that hoe on some like nigga, this is all I could manage to put together on some shit. And I'm gonna have some money for gas and shit like that. But nigga, this car is just I just gotta get this out because I just needed it to get around at the time. But it's like the fact that I didn't have all the money when I first bought the car in a sense, like it started off bad from the jump, bro, from the moment I got it. Cause right after the first, well, I think after the second one or whatever, my tag went out, and after that shit, you just technically you keep getting the shit for tags being out and shit that don't like. You don't go to court for that shit because I don't fuck with court. Period. But I mean, I'm learning from that shit too, of course. But it's really more of a financial thing. But at the end of the day, it's just like, bro, it's just so much shit built against this. And like I said, I really just came here to vent. It's this is what it is. But I don't know. Going from month to month, it's just you get tired of this shit, bro. And to what my boy was talking about, it's like it costs to be poor. Like it's an investment, bro. Like it's interest on being poor, type shit. Like say you ain't got no bed, you can't afford a bed. You sleep on the couch, floor. Now you got a bad back. Now your bad back, you can't work as many hours. Like it's just a slippery slope when you're poor or when you're broke or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, what the fuck? Where do I where how do you break this slippery slope? That's where I'm trying to figure out because it's like I was a lot of the shit that I'm in now is because I was almost a product of my environment. Of course, I knew that I wasn't doing 100% shit that was beneficial to me, but I was like, I gotta eat, I gotta survive, I gotta pay this rent now and then. And I was super young. Like, I think the first apartment I had, I was 17 or 18, and like literally having to pay my own rent, not like some housing shit. Like, and it's like I was really started doing what you call it scamming. I was in the scamming community, but I wasn't scamming other people. I did it. I scammed myself. I fucked my own credit up. But in that same aspect, it's like I was already in that ignorant state of mind. So it's like I had to. I guess I'm still learning and still repaying some of the shit from when I was stupid. And it sucks, bro, because it's been years. It's been what 3 or 4 years since I've been that didn't give a fuck dude. But you still gotta just take that shit. Like my homeboy was like, bro, where did we go wrong? And I'm like, bro, it had to start in high school. We was focused on football. And when our parents wasn't really just doing shit for us, yeah, they provided for us. We had great parents in the sense of our physical was taken care of, roof over our head, foods in our mouth. But spiritually, mentally, bro, they wasn't there for us like we need to be. And of course, we know that because They parents wasn't shit. And we know why, because it's just the history and the state of this world in America, period. But it's like, fuck, bro. Like, as a kid, I was like, I've been working against myself. And I didn't think that shit. I was confident, cocky as hell, thinking I was gonna be the most successful person. Of course, I still feel that way, but it's came through a whole bunch of new new lenses and thinking what type of way I was gonna be successful. Like, thought I was gonna be this superstar athlete and shit. Like, like whatever I do, I strive to be the best at. So the superstar, whatever, is fine, but it's just understanding, bro. And I mean, yeah, I can't blame it on anybody but myself. I'll never tell you to blame the system, because it's like, well, you can blame the system mentally and logically, but spiritually, and if you talk about astrology and being up or not talking about alignments, you chose to be here at this time. You chose to be going through this shit. So you gotta learn from it. So in that aspect, even if you can blame everything from education to all this shit, it's still your fault, because you was meant to overcome all of these things, period. That's why you came here. Back in the day, our people came to overcome farming and agriculture and nature. We overcame nature a long time ago. And bro, what the fuck? Did my shit stop? Oh, a while ago, like our people had to master the farming and agriculture, and that's what they had to overcome. I mean, they probably overcome, other tribes and shit too. But for the most part, they didn't have stupid ass systems until probably, I mean, I ain't gonna say stupid ass system, who knows? But in that same aspect, like, most part, we know we overcome agriculture. We know we overcame that caveman mentality or whatever a long time ago. But now it's time to overcome these systems in a sense. But it's like, gotta keep your head down. You gotta keep working, shit. Because I mean, bro, that's the only answer I have for myself. Is just keep growing, keep trying to break the paradigm. Don't get so stuck in it, like, bro. Keep trying to crack this bitch. Just like a lottery winner or some shit like that, bro. Like, one day they broke his shit, spending thousands of dollars in debt to the lotto, in the sense that that's how much money they spend a year. All of a sudden they a millionaire, billionaire or some shit. It's like, I want to shift that paradigm in the sense of my YouTube channel. Like, shit, 20 views now, a million or more. It might be one video that make everybody go back and watch all my other videos. And that's what I'm trying to get to. What can I say? What energy can I bring to the table that it make me shift my paradigm, bro? Because I mean, I know I'm not stuck in this state of reality, because I can see it in my dreams. I can see it in my daydreams. Because like, it was a point where I was no vision, like truly no vision, and like not having a true understanding of what the fuck I was gonna become. Like I said, I always feel like I was gonna be the best at what I was gonna be. I always feel like I'm gonna be the best at what I was gonna be doing, but shit, I ain't know what the fuck I was doing or what I want to do anymore. Because I was like, I wanted to be a computer scientist, but it's like, fuck, I don't like school. I can understand computers and shit, but I don't like having to go to art class and got to go to math class. Like, that's another thing. When I was in college, it's just another thought I had. It's like, I need a 3.5 to get a scholarship. I work my ass off. My homeboys I was like, bro, you always doing your homework. Like, they didn't have as much homework as me, period. But they're like, you always like just doing it. I was trying to get there. My uncle was like, I know somebody. You get a 3.5, I got you. The reason I didn't get a 3.5 is because I got a C in my music class. Bitch, why the fuck I'm taking music in college? Like, I don't know if my mouth lagging or not. It looked like it when I'm looking at it, but it's like, why the fuck am I taking music in college? Like, this is a big ass high school, bro. And it's like, I can do this shit. If I really want to be a computer scientist, if I really want to do this shit, I'll learn it all without having to go to college. So the fact that I'm not doing computer science just go to show that, I mean, I was only chasing that shit for money. I knew that was a good field, and that's what most of us do. We know it's a good field. We know it's it got a easy market. You might can work from home, or you can start your own. What do you call it? Like, if you're a lawyer, you can start your own branch. Now, it's not called branch, but it's firm and shit like that. And you can start your own. It's easy to start a computer software company, all type of shit like that. It's just easy, but That don't mean that's something I was passionate to do. That don't mean something that was inspired for me to do. Same with football. I was passionate about football for a while till I got to maybe like my junior, senior year when it became all about getting a scholarship. It wasn't about fun no more. It wasn't about it became more about money. And once I lost that true passion for football, and it was just really just becoming a future investment, like that shit started dying for me, bro. It wasn't good enough for me anymore. And that's, I mean, I don't know why I got on this topic, but just in general, I think that's why it's so hard right now, bro. It's just we had to go through all that bullshit of not knowing. And of course, like they say, you learn from your failures, but it's like we could have started feeling a lot younger. When you look at how developed kids can be, like kids come out, bro, 3 or 4 know how to learn. They know how to use technology already. 6 and 7, they know how to use like art in the sense of they can, if they was practicing, they might be a decent drawer or a decent painter. I think a 9-year-old was cutting people hair, so that deals with art and deals with being precise. So it's like he started his own business with like, so it's like, bro, we could have started a long time ago without lumps and wounds, but we think we ain't grown until we 18. But it's like, bro, once you 18, nigga, it's too late. Almost, bro. Like I'm sorry, bro. When we talk about kids being, or we talk about adults being stuck in their ways, bro. When I talk to women, for the most part, they stuck in their ways because they think they the shit. When I talk to men, they just don't feel like they shit, so they stuck in their ways. But it's like in that same aspect, why did I say that? We be stuck in our ways, just period. Like, and we be young, feeling like we know it all. I know it frustrates me because I know I don't know shit, or I know a little bit about a little bit. That's all. And for the most part, you can see how, bro. Once we get like high school, you start choosing your cliques. Like for me, I never chose a clique. Like I was a football person, but I wasn't a jock. Like I like art. I like fucking with everybody. I was cool with musicians. I was cool with everybody. So it's like I never really chose a side in high school, so I guess that's why I still was questioning shit. But what if I would have chose that side and really became that? I'd have been probably stuck in the ultimate paradigm of whatever that would have been like, in the sense of, say you're in the paradigm of being a jock. You might become a successful jock, but then you forget about the other spectrum of where these niggas bagging groceries and have no, at the age of 20, like 30, 25, they feel like their life is over because they only knew football. And I was heading towards that shit. And I know a lot of people like that, bro, because that's all they teach us is keep the football or whatever. But shit, I supposed to be talking about, let me stay off the football shit. I'm supposed to be talking to this with, what's the name, Chris, later on. But it's just some of the shit that talk about our past, though. It's like, that's the shit that kind of hold us back. But, yeah, I mean, it's tired of working against myself. And the main reason I even started this video is just talking about goals. And just, like, the goals are cool, I guess. Like, if they're the bigger picture, I don't know, man. Y'all have to talk to me on that one. I'm going to need people in the comments. Because I'm really struggling with creating physical goals. Like, it's not that I don't, like, I'm like, okay, for instance, I just follow the spirit. That's what I just got told. But for instance, like I don't make a goal to make 3 videos or 9 videos or 10 videos a day or in a week. But it's like if I put myself on that type of regimen, I don't feel like I would succeed towards it because I wouldn't feel like I have the passion to do it. I'm like, no, I don't really want to talk about that. No, I don't really want to talk about that. Or I see, I see how I can change. Like it's a paradigm shift where I'm still trying to. I guess I see I'm battling myself for sure. In a sense, it's not a super battle, but it's like if I did put 10 videos out about every little topic, shit, it might be able to resonate with a bunch of different people and they get views. But then I don't really want to attract people like that. And it's like, what am I trying to do? Am I trying to spread knowledge or am I trying to gain money? And I want to do a mix of both, but it's really about spreading knowledge, honestly. And that's where I battle with that shit. But it's like, what the fuck is knowledge if you ain't really doing shit with it? And it's like, is it the only reason we come into knowledge is to make money off of it? I hope not. And it's not. Even if you think about, well, I can't say I hope not, because you're gaining more, so you want something. But when I say money, anything, attractions, just more attractions, period. Because, I mean, even when you're rich, you don't even have to pay for shit. People give you shit freely. So in that same aspect, yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. So I might start making videos about day-to-day content just from my spiritual perspective. I might have to. Maybe that's what's gonna get people to resonate with me more. Starting from a topic that everybody understand, and then breaking it down from there. Think that's what I'm gonna have to do, man. Cause shit, nigga get tired, bro. Just not like I feel like I get caught up in wanting to just be so spiritual where I don't want to charge for it, but it's like I don't want to put a price on my spirit because I know that's what's really truly selling your soul is selling your art. So then I mean everybody been selling their art. I mean I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to just do what everybody else has been doing either. See, that's why I find that's why I find my struggles. And I guess those are the last few things I'm trying to figure out for myself before I shift my paradigm. Cause I mean, I've always it's about integrity for me. Integrity. Like I feel like if it's not in, like if that's not right, I don't really want to speak too much. Like I could be 100% wrong, but if my heart feel right about that shit, we good. I keep arguing, keep debating until my heart switches or changes, and then whatever from there. But it's like, it's an arrow in the sky. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's what? Where is that? I don't know if y'all can see that hoe. That whole point diagonal. That whole perfect too. Can I flip the screen? Yeah. My ass not old. Where that hoe at? Yeah, y'all can see it more now. That's a perfect arrow. It's hard to see it because it's blending in with the other shits. But yeah. What I was talking about. Battling myself or just integrity. I don't want. I guess I ain't want to. Oh, see, I see where it's like certain. I did choose sides in high school because I don't like hype beasts, like niggas that used to just buy all the J's and shit. And that's what a form of a clickbaiter is a hype beast. And I don't want to be a clickbaiter, so I see how that's transformed my energy all the way through now. But it's like I still grab some of them J's though, even though I ain't like hype beast. So it's like, all right, nigga. But I guess I became so stuck in my ways, I don't want to fuck with the clickbait shit at all. It's like, nigga, you still was getting some of them J's, nigga. Don't forget about that, though. Yeah, you wasn't up on all of them, but nigga, you still was, and that's the big thing. I do use, I put Nicki Minaj and shit like that, but that's some shit that I'm talking about in the spur of the moment. It's not something that's, in the sense of it just happened now. If I talk about it now, I know I'm gonna get clicks just off the views because people just clicking shit with their name on it. But yeah, I might have to start doing that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get more hate because niggas gonna be looking for certain shit and they gonna get my real shit. And it just is what it is. Maybe I'm meant to hit them people with my logic. And I don't be wanting to fuck with them. But hey, that's what might has to happen. That's what maybe the energy or my spirit is trying to guide me to. And I know that too because I'm like, I was performing in stadiums in my dreams, and it's like, I don't like in this, and well, at least in my, like I said, I've been understanding it more like 3 or 4 months ago. I'm like, bro, I ain't fucking with that fame shit at all. But it's like I was forgetting that it ain't the fame, it's your heart followed by the fame. If your heart ain't right when you get fame, your heart is just gonna amplify that. But if your heart right, nigga, with fame, it might just be amplified, bro. It's all about your heart, no matter what you're doing shit with. I mean, no matter what you're doing. No matter what you're doing. I don't give a fuck. What are you doing? We can break it down from sex, from you can call it taken from corporation. No, bro, I don't give a fuck what it is. At this point, what your heart is. And I mean, I could use the example of America getting over on these people. Its heart's been in the right place because they always feel like we can get over American people as long as it's for the betterment of America. But now people are starting to question it. So America's, power is starting to shift because the heart not right. The heart is starting to be 50-50 when it was majority, whatever America says type shit. And if you look at the polls, do people believe in America? Like, is that the faith in America is at an all time low or whatever? And that's the heart of America, bro. Everything's getting so divided. I mean, of course, they kind of want that in a sense, but I think maybe that's came. I think maybe the people that's divided from the spectrums are coming together. At least the realistic ones are starting to see that it's not us in a sense. But I mean, it is us. So I'm not gonna argue that because it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, the American heart definitely is changing. Even like I talk about media going against the government. At first, it's just like those are hand in hand. The government say something, the media gonna back it. And I mean, like I said, the divisive shit is also a game, so that's another thing they could be playing. Peek my side, even though it's on the same bird. But I think it's really becoming genuine in the sense of like people really starting to not really fuck with America ways in a sense. So they starting to open up and starting to really see what America has truly always been. But I mean, it don't take much. But I mean, if you blind, it's shit you blind, so you're not gonna pay attention to that shit. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just was venting, honestly, just talking to my homeboy, bro. Cause I mean, besides D-Friend, D-Cal, Rob, we got our YouTube shit. That's our investments. That's our stuff we do together. That's my other business partner. So we just talk about the things we go through and trying to create for each other. And like, it's difficult. And it's difficult in our own ways. Like we was talking about how we know our parents can help us. And it's like, do our parents not help us because they want to teach us that you got to do it on your own? Or they don't believe in us? That's the thing I thought about because it's like I asked my godfather for money. And it seemed like every time I talk to him, I ask him for money. But it's like I only go to him when I need money. But it's like, and it's literally like the last time I asked him for money probably was when I was in college, asking to help me pay for some college shit. So it's like it was some important shit, and I try to just keep it up because I know you're not supposed to try on your own, but it's like damn, when will y'all ever step in and be like, all right, here's this, take a break type shit. I know that don't sound cool because you're supposed to be an adult, but it's like that's what American programmed us to believe. Where once you're 18, you're not my responsibility anymore, and it's like if I died, if I was like, you wouldn't feel that same way in your heart. Or if you would, good for you. Your heart's good, and that's fine. But it's like if I kill myself because I was just tired of this shit, most people be like, I feel like I could have did more. Most of the time, bro, when people die from suicide, it's like I feel like I could have did more. So it's like, why don't you do that shit when they here? And I feel like that's what parents need to start understanding. Like, yeah, you want your kids to be a big person, a grown person. But if you're giving with your heart, knowing it's in the right place, in the sense of like, no, I'm not just giving it to this nigga so I can go buy some shoes. I see that he really trying. If you see my heart in the right place, then it should be in your heart to do it. I mean, in a sense, I hope that made sense. But it's like for the most part, I know parents that just overspend with like going shopping or always out to eat and shit like that. And it's like, bro, you can put that money to invest in your kids. Parents that always in church, all them tithes, 20, 30 years to $10 a week, add that up. Come on now. 2 times a week, Bible studies, Sunday school. Sometimes you go to church more than twice in a day. Then they do tithes and offering in the motherfucking choir rehearsal. So if you super involved 3 or 4 times, come on. You gotta think about that shit. All that money you invest in and you never invest in your kids. Like, yeah, you physically invest in your kids and they eating and shit, but that's some survival shit. What have you ever done to help them be like, if I do this for you, this might make you thrive? And of course, my mom gonna definitely say she tried all her best with football, but it's like, that's your only investment you're gonna make in me was football? And that was my first 15 years. And you see how successful I was at it. Just was a few things that I missed. Let me go just as hard on some other shit. That's that mentality we should understand, bro. you didn't give us 3 or 4 or 5 different times to do different things. Like, nigga, no, football was the one thing I had. And I did my fucking best. If I wasn't the number one fucking player on the field, I was number 2. I don't give a fuck. And the number other dude was on fucking offense. I don't give a fuck. Like, and I might have been number 2 on defense if my team was super cold. But it's just like, bro, you only gonna invest in me on that? And it's like, you seen I was the best at that. I was top percent at some shit that I truly like. So if you see something else that I had that same passion, maybe you should put that same investment in me. I am your kid. And it's not just talking to my mom. It's dad, grandparents, cousins, aunties. Not everybody. You know, when you see people that's around you that ain't shit all the time. And then when you see that one person that you had high expectations for, is it their fault that they didn't make it? Yeah, in a sense, yes. Because they didn't go as hard as they could behind themselves. But it's like, bro, what foundations were you giving them to succeed? And I mean, this is the opposite of the motivational speeches where do it on your own. Of course, that's all we got, bro, in this reality. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a paradigm shift if we was to live in a better reality, or a reality, because everybody always talk about what can we move on to or how can we get there. And the main reason people don't want to try to make steps is because they never know how to start walking the steps to get to these new paradigms. So I start trying to build new paradigms in a sense and help people figure out how to get to them before we even, get to them. Because shit, somebody got to put a gap in somebody got to bridge the gap type shit. And it's like, pretty much, yeah, man. Like, what foundations are you doing to help your family members around you? And it's like, not every fucking family member is going to deserve it. Not every fucking boyfriend or like no, they're not going to all fucking deserve it. But when it's that one fucking person, you're like, man, they got something. And you know who be having it. Because, I mean, at least I know. I know my friends that's more invested in themselves than others. Now, we all invested to some extent. Because, I mean, that's why we in the same category. But, yeah, we supposed to, like, one of us is going to be the bridge of the gap to all of our other friends being able to go harder behind themselves, because it's gonna be like, oh, that nigga did it. We all was doing it, but he did it. Now we know for sure we can keep going, and then whoever bridged that gap will also be able to help because we work together so long. Of course, it's mutual, almost like point blank. Period. It's just mutual. Like, I don't even look at it no different than that. Like, I know I need a team, so I ain't looking for no individual kingship. Like, nigga, I'm looking for a rulership in a sense of it's a bunch of us. Not a bunch of us, but the whatever the right amount shit. Right amount can always change. But yeah, man, it's just like invest in your friends if you feel like they really got some of the juice. And I know I did that from my friend, bro. I seen him start a business. I seen him with no help. Nigga, all I needed, I was like, bro, as soon as I can, bro, I'm putting my effort into helping you get there. Because I know that's the quickest, at least in the quickest way of physical work. It wasn't no YouTube shit and shit like that. I hate this nigga truck, bro. He always want to rip it. I call him Lil Dick Joe. Gotta have one. They call it peacocking. Any nigga that peacock ain't shit to me. Sorry. And that's all you fancy dressing ass niggas. I used to peacock. I was too cute to be peacocking. My motherfucking energy a peacock, nigga. The fuck. I'm childish, so. But nah, for real though. Anybody that's peacocking, nigga, you ain't shit. Sorry to tell you. My shit should be, it should be natural. You gotta rev your engine up and shit, nigga. For what? For what? Why you wanna be heard so badly? You ain't even saying shit. That's my biggest thing. People always want to yell, but they don't be saying shit. Like, people love to talk, but don't be saying shit. I don't talk if I ain't got shit to say. Point blank, period. Fuck if it's good or bad or indifferent, nigga. If I ain't got shit to say, I'm good. If it ain't in depth, if it ain't nothing that's gonna add to the conversation, I'm off of it. Fuck it. Being if it's a good, what do they say? What's the fucking the saying? If you don't got something good to say, don't say nothing at all. No, shit. It might have something bad to say because shit. As long as it's in depth, it's good. But you know one thing I seen? You know the word, what's that fucking word? Not advice. What's the other thing for advice? What's the other thing when you give somebody some fucking? I need some people in the group chat to tell me the shit. It's not scrutiny. What the fuck is that word? I always hate when I think of something. And that's what I talk about with goals. When you try to think of like a thought in your head, it starts to feel like it's going further away. And then as soon as you're not thinking about it, oh, that's what I was thinking about. And that's what I be feeling with my goals and shit like that. Like the more I try to reach for that hoe, it don't really work. The more I try to Flight Bus was saying some shit like that too. He was like, you and over talked yourself out of some pussy. I feel like I overthought myself out of some shit or so many times. I mean, that's me being a Virgo too. But it's like I feel like sometimes that goal shit, it's that same energy, bro. Like you overthink the goals and it's just like, all right, the best way I can explain it, when they be like God gonna give you a gift, but if you expect to be the gift to be wrapped a certain way, or you expect to receive it a certain way, then it's like you're not even gonna cherish that gift at all. So it's like if you put a big picture up there, but then you like, I gotta get here, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. It's like, all right, you didn't have to do any of that to get there, but all that you put in the middle and then put in the way type shit. And yeah. But what's that word I was thinking about? Not scrutiny, criticism. You know, criticism is a negative word. If you look at the word criticism, it's like to harshly tell somebody some shit, like to harshly give advice or some shit like that. I'm like, that's what criticism is. Criticism is bad, but that's why I say like, if it's something bad, I'm gonna say it because I view criticism as a critique. If you can critique something, then I mean, it most likely is how you said the critique, how people get offended, or you know how they take it. But it's like at the end of the day, the critique was still the same. So either you can listen or not. Point blank period. Listen to the message, not the messenger. The message is still the same. You can do better at this, you can do better at that, but just say yell at you or whatever, you know. It is what it is. But I don't even know I start talking about critiques and shit. I do need to roll though. Rotate my device. I wonder how it looks when I do that. I'm trying to light this dude, so I don't feel like rolling while talking. This how not hitting though. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, venting, talking. I think I'm gonna start doing my vents like with live chats. Then I could talk to people. And we can vent together. Yay, I depressed ass, head ass. I ain't depressed. I do got shit to figure out. For sure, for sure. There's always some more shit to figure out. I wouldn't be here, bro. I wouldn't be in this mentality if I ain't have shit to figure out, man. But I mean, of course, like I said, I'm always be in this mentality because I got that Virgo foundation. But still, like, nigga, I know when I'm really not in my bag and when I'm searching for my bag. I know the difference. And like I said, it's no depression or nothing, but it's just a true understanding that I'm not where I need to be. And I've been going hard, but like, I don't like talking about how many videos I did because that shit don't matter. I ain't got, like, I mean, I've grew off of it personally, but that shit still don't matter. But it's like, what I wanted to say. My nigga did like 200 videos in less than a year, and it's like, not even adding my podcast in and doing the shit that I do with them. It's like, bro, nigga be feeling like I'm doing what I need to do. Of course, it's just the foundations. Of course, there's always more to grow. But fuck. It's like, damn. Meet me halfway. That's all. That's all I be feeling. Universe, somebody, whoever's out there, is there anybody out there? I'm about to fall. I guess that could be the next thing to talk about because I had that question in my head. Is anybody out there? What if we were first? I know we're not, but I'm just saying, like, how do we know that? What if we didn't create everybody? What if we did create everybody? You know? Maybe. Like, I don't know. You just feel like the universe, karma, all that shit. Like, I know that's just me, so I'm not like it's no. Is there anybody out there? Like, really, bro? Like, we be because when people say the universe is guiding me, that means there's a force that's looking out for you. And I mean, I guess I can definitely say there's something looking out for me, but who knows? Maybe it's just been myself. And the more I grow, it's like, mm-mm. I don't even know how to dive into that topic. Maybe as I finish rolling, it'll come to me. Who knows? Of course, like everybody's gonna. You can't talk. I mean, bro, let's talk about it. We talk about all the different gods from Egypt to Kemet to Christian to Roman to Greek, whatever. They're all aspects of self, right? Christ, Lucifer, all these niggas. All aspects of self, right? Then if you look at what God was really created, we created it. So it's like, bro, I am my ancestors and my living thoughts on my ancestors. Other than that, we all trying to figure it out still. Universe included. Tired of thinking it's something higher than me that's doing it. I think whenever we stepped into this shit, we was meant to figure out the rest. Whatever point. You are that perspective. So like I'm Thoth of my family line. It might have been a Thoth before. It might have been they might have just created me for the first time in my bloodline. Who knows? Might take so much alchemy for them to finally get to the dude that's trying to get to the underworld type shit or whatever you want to call it, higher world, inner self, whatever. So it's like now I'm here. It's time for me to go to the next stage and talk about breaking open the universe and shit like that, getting past the gateways. If you look in the Emerald Tablets, but it's like the gateways are just self, getting past yourself. So it's like, man, look, I don't know, man. It's not like I don't do rituals like ancestor rituals and shit like that. I don't do this. I don't do any rituals besides thinking. Other than that, I'm good on the ritual shit. But I'm not gonna knock anybody else that's doing it. Like I say, I know the power and the understanding. Anything you place power on has power. Point blank, period. But I didn't used to like to take notes as a kid because I feel like I can remember it. So in that same aspect, I don't like to put anything outside of me because I feel like I already like it's in me. And of course, that could be my flaws in the long run. I mean, in the short term, but I definitely feel like it's more beneficial in the long run. Cause like I can remember shit without writing it down. Like if I forget something, I might forget it. But if I give myself a time to think, or I mean, just time to just relax, I remember that shit in a heartbeat. And I haven't like what I should say is it's been getting better and better through time. Like at first, I used to couldn't remember the shit till probably another day or two. But now it's like I'm almost can tap right back into that thought if I retrace my steps and shit like that. But I don't know. I believe it could be something else out there, of course. That's just like asking, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in something greater than yourself? And it's like, do I? Do I? In this reality, in my understanding, I don't think so. And I'm not saying I don't believe in God because I know it's a higher conscience in myself. It's something. I guess it's like I don't know, bro. It's so weird. Like and this is I talk about. I'm pretty much going against every video I made type shit, but I'm just talking type shit, just thinking where I haven't thought before in a sense, going into realms that I haven't just. Everybody out. Once you hear ancestors, you stick to that shit. So what if there ain't no ancestors? What if there ain't no universe? You got to go to what ifs. Like you got to play all of them out type shit. That's perspective, and that's what I do. I try to go where I haven't been at before, and sometimes when I'm in them places, people be like, "Well, you said this." Well, yeah, I'm not thinking like that right now. Thinking about some other shit. I'm trying to crack some shit open. So I shift spectrums of where I think about. I still understand it, still get it. It's just like ancestors and crystals. It's the same shit, bro. You place value on it, they exist. I place value on thought. That energy exists inside of me because I place value on it. I mean, even though I can just call it the same Virgo energy because it's literally the damn same aspects. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we talk about label and shit. I'm just talking. There's no reason to really dive into there. Is there a universe? Is there an end? Like, it don't matter. It don't. But does it? Like I said, I'm just talking. I gotta shift the paradigm somehow. Cause it's like the reality wouldn't matter. The universe, none of this shit would matter. Anything that we consider matter wouldn't matter if it all was like a part of our inner sides, our insides type shit. If we was all controlling our outside world from our insides and just didn't know it, it wouldn't really matter outside. We just have to figure the internal matter, and then once we figure that out, all this will change. So that's why I be like struggling with saying, does the universe matter? Because it's like, nigga, fuck is it? And that's just, I mean, I'm just talking my shit. We all label shit, but even when we think about that, like if you really take away all your labels, you you really still, even with the labels, our definitions for shit don't be exact. So if we take the labels away, shit'd be a lot different. So I just be trying to take shit away, or at least take the energy behind it was taught, or how it was taught. I wouldn't say take away the energy and how it was taught to me, but at least try to flip that perspective and see what was the opposite side of what you were saying, what's the middle side, and all that different shit. So you're gonna get me saying shit don't matter, because then I gotta think from that perspective. I gotta sit in them shoes. I just can't say this shit and then not really, dive into it. Like I gotta dive into why it wouldn't matter, type shit. Just saying it wouldn't get me nowhere. It's like being an actor. Like I gotta truly tap into that idea, in a sense. That embody that. I have to embody it to really pull out that world type shit. So that's why you see me flipping and flopping sometimes. But like I say, I'm everything. I'll be happy, sad. Before I went live, I made a video. I almost damn near cried and went right to laughing. It's just some shit I thought about. I was like, damn, you almost got me, man. You almost choked me up. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable with shifting perspectives because I know who I am. The person that's trying to find the ultimate perspective. So in that, I know that these are all just something I can just flip pages through. And the more I understand those perspectives, I get the understanding of the whole book or the bigger picture type shit. Analyze one part of the picture, that's cool. But once you start, all right, well, that mean that, and this mean that, and that mean that, and they put that in there for that symbolism, and that's in there for that symbolism. Put all the symbolisms together, now it has a whole other meaning. But if you just stick to, one side, I talked about that before. Who knows? But like I said, I'm just here to vent. Whatever comes up, comes up. But I did like the conversation about battling myself between being clickbaitist, being that hype beast. But it's like, for me, even when I see like people I watch do it, I'd be like, ugh. I can feel myself not wanting to watch that video because they got like hip hop names in the shit or anybody names, and it's just that's a part of me. Like I still watch it after a while just to see what they say, and if they completely on that celebrity or something, I won't. I click off of it. But if, I mean, they keep my interest. They keep my interest. But it's like I can see how I completely just fell away from not liking that shit, and then you become that person that always want to be against the hype. And I noticed that too for a while when I was on absolutely unsure, like nigga trying to break down just everything. You find yourself always opposing people, and it's like naturally I kept finding opposition after so long. I'm like, why? It's not even really feel like that. It's just like I see so much hype on Twitter now. I'm just like got so much animosity towards some shit I ain't even really listened to yet, and I know that I ain't even listened to it yet. I'm like, I gotta go back and listen to it though. But it's like they'll shift my energy so bad because it's like I know it'd be blinded energy, but everybody not blinded energy. But I categorize everybody together because somebody might truly feel like this nigga really did this and that, and then that might be the original tweet, and everybody copying their original tweet, and everybody saying they shit because they got the most likes, and now everybody copying that shit in a sense. And that's what a lot of people do. You see the same tweet recycled over again. It's like none of you niggas probably feel like that. It's just kind of related, or what's popular, so you tweeted the shit. But the person that really truly tweeted this shit really truly feel that way. So I can't I'd be mad at the source almost in a sense, and it don't be the source fault. And that's where I be getting like that hypey shit at. And it's just because I met so many people with these ideas that they feel that they truly have foundations on, and you ask them why they believe it, or I go deeper in it. They don't know. They don't know. And it's not always with shit that they like. It ain't always some super deep shit like with religion. But for some people, you can ask true religious questions and they wouldn't know. And it's like, how long have you been practicing this or studying this? And you don't. Okay. Like, what is God's name? For most Christians, they wouldn't understand that question, period. It's just God. Everybody else, God has a name. All y'all know is Jesus. But where's God's name? And it's I wouldn't say it's in there. I'm not a Christian. I'm not gonna say I read the whole Bible. I'm not that person to ask. But that's something you should know. Why, even if he don't have a name, you should know that. Why he don't have a name? Because the reason I say I'm not sure, because I feel like I've heard some people say they have a name, but when I read in the book, it says that nobody will know his name. So it's like, who you might, like I said, I know shit. Roman might say one thing, and then motherfucking Peter might say another. So, like I said, I'm not gonna say that I know. But for instance, that's one example though. But it's same with if you look at it with people that just go to school. After they take the test, you can't really ask them anything involving that test anymore. And it's like you got the surface level shit, like, and that's what most people do. So it's like after you go through so many people that don't really have foundations, like you believe this, but you don't really know why you believe, but you don't really. Okay, so it's all these people, and you keep running into these people that don't have foundations. It's like, why would I believe in that shit? And I ain't never seen the foundation. And as a Virgo, I have to see the foundation, or as an earth sign, I should say, I have to see the foundation. If there's no foundation, I'm not gonna really want to fuck with it. If I can't build from it, if I can't see the instructions on why, you can tell me, you can tell me 2 + 2 = 4, but I'm gonna still be like, why does it equal 4, or why is 2 plus, like, in a sense, like if I never knew addition. But I need to understand. You just can't give me the answer in a sense. Like if I wouldn't. If I was cheating on a test, I had to be. If I was to cheat, it had to be in the moment. But like, I wouldn't just ask somebody if I was truly trying to study just for the answers and the shit. Like, if I wanted to study, bro, I'm like, I need to understand why. Don't just give me the answers. But yeah, I guess after running into people with so many foundations not being built, it's like you just stop believing in certain ideas. But it's like they're not the origin of that idea. They're just the one spectrum of that reflection of that idea. Then you can look to the other spectrum that's completely succeeding with that idea, versus somebody that's just holding on to that shit as a religion, and they really don't even know how to implement that shit to a reality. But yeah, I mean, understanding people, bro, because the masses is the big reason to why I feel the certain way I feel. Because my biggest thing was never being able to fit in when I felt like, nigga, I'm cool with everybody. I don't even dislike people. But after coming against the society so much, I started building dislikes in the world. My nigga, I ain't have no angst against white people. I mean, I knew they wasn't like, I knew they didn't truly resonate with me, but in that same aspect, like I didn't have no, I didn't look at white people in a sense of a dirty eye. I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I used to. It was that point when you don't fuck with white people as a black woke person. But it's not them. As you keep growing, you realize they're just as worse. They just like black people, or black people just as worse as them. So it's like you can find a group of everybody that's like that, no matter what color. So yeah, I just the masses and the systems that the masses say are cool. Only reason only reason we work and like go through these jobs because so many other people are doing it and so many other people are just saying they're happy doing it. But if everybody was like, nah, I ain't fucking with the shit, you wouldn't be having to be forced to fit into that shit. Like maybe it's an option you can work, but then there's an option you can do this. But since there's 90% of the normal citizen is an employee and not an employer, that it makes you just like you got to fit into the job. You got to go to college. You got to do this because that's what everybody else is doing. Like if they doing it, why you not? And it's like that's why you got to learn the masses, because it's like you think you got to fit in. I don't know if I talked about this in my video before. Like it's one thing when I talk about putting awareness on stuff, like peer pressure. I think they put that in our mind to tell us that we can be influenced by peers. I mean, I could be 100% wrong, but it's like ever since you hear about peer pressure, you was closer and closer to dealing with peer pressure. Like I know it sounds crazy because they teach you that in high school, and that's when you get more and closer to drugs and shit. But it's like I think they teach you in the middle school too. But it's like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like when you tell a kid not to do some shit and they do it. It's like you put awareness on some shit that they wasn't even thinking about. Now that they're thinking about it, like, well, this just sounded kind of fun. It was like just because somebody else was doing, I never even thought to make it seem cool. But I don't know. That's just me trying to break down something, why we get so caught up in not being able to change. But the masses is a big part of it, bro. Because it's just like you see this big group of people just living their life normal. Why wouldn't you do it too? Or well, they say that. Yeah, probably about to wrap it up. Nobody fucked with me alive. That's fine. It's cool. I'm tripping. Like y'all know it. I'm just playing. Some comments. Talk to me. See what see if y'all can influence my mind. Give me some light to think some different type of thoughts. I mean, I feel like I'm on the right path. You still gotta. It's so much internalization you gotta do. Well, it's internal work. There's so much layers and shit that you just didn't understand how you became this. Like, bro, I ain't never think. This is my first time thinking about that hype beast shit. I know about the clickbait shit, but tying it into not liking hype beast when we was in school, like in high school and shit. Niggas was always on 23's back. Like I was on there too, but niggas was trying to get everything. All right, bro. You only doing it because it's trendy. But it is what it is. Just keep understanding myself more until I can shift this fucking paradigm, dog. Just thinking. Just think about the dreams I had. Like I really be trying to escape. And it's like I know I talk about running away from shit, but it's like it's not every dream. It's just some dreams where I really feel like the best option is to get out. And I don't know. Spiritually, I feel like that a lot, bro. It's time to get the fuck out. But then it's like, why am I still here? I don't know if I'm holding myself back or not. Do I want to stay here? Is there some shit that I haven't figured out subconsciously? I think not. But who knows? It could just be my past trauma holding me back. Cause I mean, if none of this shit happened to me in the past that was bad, and I just picked up all this wisdom, I wouldn't have no reason not to wanna. Well, it's impossible, bro. It's impossible to do that. Cause even with the wisdom, you just see how everything comes to an end. Like that is the ultimate wisdom. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll never tell you I know all the answers for y'all. I feel like I know my shit for me, but I'm still searching. Still more maybe. I always say maybe. Still more maybe. Maybe. Cause at the end of the day, is there more? Feel like Drake now, goddamn. Is there more? And fuck your song go hard too though. And his question is just there is more. It's a lot more than just trying to fit in and gain riches. Who knows, man? Like I said, I just been trying to live day to day. I know what my big picture is. It's pretty much to thrive in whatever reality I'm in. So wherever paradigm I'm in, just trying to thrive. So I'm gonna start here, of course, and hopefully spiritually. I mean, I've been spiritually thriving. I ain't gonna say hopefully. I've been starting there, at least for the past couple of years. Yeah, I guess it's just finding that perfect harmonious balance of spiritual and physical. I already said it before, but it's just I don't know. I still battle that shit. Cause I understand that this physical world matters. That's why we're here. But it's like, hmm, maybe because I think the spiritual world is more important. Maybe they're just as equal. Maybe it is the yin and yang versus the spirit versus reality. But I just feel like the spiritual world is I don't know everything compared to this. But I guess it's not. I guess it's not. At least, all right. I gotta start breaking down what I'm thinking, cause it's like, Panic could talk about this spiritual world is just a reflection of this world. So if you jump into another world, that world will have another spiritual world, in a sense. So it'd be just as another reality matching the spirit type shit. But I feel like I just want to exist in spirit. But if you just exist in, if you if you just exist in spirit, they say you can't feel shit because like you only can feel shit in like a body form, even though a spirit is a body. But I don't know, man. But I guess the type of shit you'll be feeling is different. It won't be as dense. It won't be as hard. It won't hurt as much. It'd be a lot lighter. That's the reality I'm trying to get to, man. This shit just weighing me down, bro. It's a fucking burden, man. This physical reality, a physical self, whatever you want to call it. It's a reality. I mean, it's a reality. It's a burden. And that's another thing. Should I think it's a burden or not? Yeah, I know it's backed by the Bible. Yeah, it's backed by my the shit that I truly resonate with. Get the weight off our shoulders. I feel like if I get the weight off my shoulders, I wouldn't exist in this world no more. So that's why I kind of, lose my balance. But that might not be completely accurate. I might be jumping the gun. Because like if you look at Atlas with the weight of the world on his back, if he just let go, what reality would he be in instead of trying to hold the world up? See, that's what I get tired. I get tired trying to hold the world up. If I work harder, that's me holding this world up. Like, bro, I just want to be gone. Vamonos. Voila. Magic. I think that makes sense. It's like you trying to hold up the matrix, but if you let go of the matrix, what world would you be in? Would I still be here?
That's my only real question. And if I'm here, I know it wouldn't be in that same reality that I previously was in because I just dropped that weight. So maybe I'll be what you would call somebody that was rich or a billionaire. Like maybe I don't know, but I feel like they have a lot of weight on their shoulders too, just in a different reality or a different world. I mean, it's not in a different world; it's in a different illusion, but in the same world, same weight, just different illusions of that weight. And I'm just ready to just get off me. Okay, that's what this is. This is my thought. The dude that pushed the boulder up the rock. You keep going, right? You keep going. You keep going. Maybe he need the boulder at the top. Maybe he don't. But I think I would just let go of the boulder and walk my ass up to the top. I don't see why he trying to push a boulder up the hill. Oh, maybe he got to get up the hill to get it to his home. That's another story then. See, it's another story. But I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not the atlas so much, but you will see it when I think you can find it. Type in his name, but it's like when the dude struggles to push a boulder up a mountain. Like you keep going, and it might get easier type shit. But yeah, I don't really see that. I don't like that analogy. But I guess if you need the boulder for something in another at your home and you have to get it from this place and move it to there, I still feel like it's just probably a way more efficient way than pushing that boulder up that hill. Maybe walk around the hill. Might take a longer days, but nigga, you gonna do less work. What's I mean, yeah, you risk killing yourself in some more shit trying to push it up a fucking mountain versus just walking around. Yeah, and you're gonna burn way more energy trying to push it up a hill than just going around. And of course, you might gain way more strength, but shit, you might die from exhaustion before you can even see what their strength is like, or you might strain something before you even strengthen up, type shit. So who knows? I think yeah, that's why I say I just just trying to let the weight go and I figure it out on my own. I don't need this world to find me. That if that's what is that the illusion? Like we think we need this world to find us, so spiritually we stay trapped here because we think this world is like our everything. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, for myself, I don't feel that way. I feel like it could be some shit deep down. You know what I just thought about? Like the biggest thing that like will hold me back is just like Annie in the last Airbender, detaching from friends and family, girlfriend, brothers, sisters, all of them, because I feel like they will need me still to help them somehow. Even though I'm not in my 100% top shape right now, not in my bag 100%, I know I will be. I know it's possible. That's like my biggest thing, and I want to leave. But it's like, what if me staying here keeps me in my lower self and only keeps me understanding their lower versions of themselves? And what if when I go to them, my next step, I meet the better aspect of them or the higher aspects of ourselves? Because like, I know you in this reality, so I know you in our realities. The more I bond with you, the more like you my brother, you my sister, you my best friend. Like the more we around each other, the more we exist in other realities already. So it's like maybe if I just stay stuck here, it's like you only choosing to know this version of people because we all feel like everybody that we know can do better, even ourselves. So it's like if we stay here, that's all we'll ever know is we can do better. Just like Flightboy say, we under the stars, we under the sun, we're under God. If we stay in this reality, we always be under God, never equal to God or above God. And God is just the space, just like the universe. We'll always be under the universe, never equal to the universe, and more powerful than the universe. And that's the biggest thing. So it's like if we go to that next reality, we see the same reflections, but more elevated, or more lighter, or more dense, or just better, more elevated. Keep moving on. We just get more holistic versions of ourselves that we meet. Who knows, man? I think that might be something I have to stick to. Cause I think that might be my biggest reason of not detaching. I really feel like that's the next step, bro. Like we can talk about creating and all this shit, but honestly, if I can create in my dreams and my spirit, that means I don't really need to do steps to get there. I've already seen it. It's already manifested, like in my mind. So if it's in my mind, I can literally be there instead of having to take all the steps and all that other shit. That's some physical shit. That's some timely shit. Like if you was timeless, you could just create and it's just there in a sense. So that's what I'm sticking to for now, man. Like if I go to the higher places, I meet the higher aspects of everybody I know. You know, shit, if you was only stuck in this reality, if I don't see higher aspects of you, shit, that mean you wasn't meant for my. When you was meant for me in this world, it was the soil that helped me grow till I got to the next place. I mean, unless you grow your sprouts and your seeds to my reality, then I see. But I don't know. Is maybe for how I'm thinking, the initial thought is that we're already greater than ourselves as we speak. So we tap into that greater self, just like anybody else. They already have greater versions of themselves already existing. They just have to tap into them. But then there's the other thought that if I get to the next elevation, I might be the first there. So then everybody else has to catch up, and I'd be alone type shit. But it's like I don't really feel that reality so much. So I talked about it earlier. I'm not into the whole by myself thing. Like, I understand the team is cool. I understand more is better, especially if y'all in the same, if y'all resonating the same. So yeah, I'm cool with not just being by myself. Like that's we be so alone here, shit. And these dense realities, I don't know why would I want to keep doing that as I get lighter, especially as I get more holistic in a sense and more connected to everything and more understanding and understanding and overstanding. Like I think I'll be better adapt to dealing with people. But yeah, I mean, I got 15 minutes. I mean, 15. I got my battery on 15%. I'm laughing because I always say I only got 15 minutes, and they're like, "Nigga, you lying? You on live?" When you ready to get a nigga off the phone, I'm like, yeah, I'm rubbing the curtains. Right? I'm rubbing the curtains. I call you back. I'll walk in the house. I call you back and shit like this. Like, nigga, you just try to get off the phone. You just trying to get off live, nigga. I only got 15 minutes left. Nigga, this shit unlimited. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I think I'm about to end it there. Gotta use the restroom. And I need to walk to the store before it gets too dark, or too late before it closes. So a lot of provocative thoughts are going. That's why I had to stop talking about football. I started tapping into it too much. Guys say provocative, but yeah, I mean, yeah, y'all check us out, like, subscribe. My channel, like, subscribe. My boy Difran, Difran. He got our show, Absolutely Unsure. He got his own show, what do you call it, the Daily D-Frame, where he on the way to work, in the wheel, recording, talking about the day-to-day things that he feel, are worth talking about. Check him out. You can also check me out on Twitter. I'm a Thoughts with a Z. And yeah, I mean, leave some comments if y'all feel like y'all could put some more said. I think that's the biggest thing with me in comments, just to end it right here. It's just that it's not. That criticism and critiques. I don't really even feel like it'd be criticism. I just feel like it's your perspective, and you're not even trying to listen to my perspective. But if it's insight and you're building type shit, it's a difference. It's just levels to the shit. Because it's just some people come on here, they be like this, and this, and it's almost like you're starting an argument against everything I'm trying to say. And people do that little slick shit all the time, like either where it's on watching like sports shows and shit like that. You see them how they knock your shit without knocking your shit. And that's what I mean. I can peep that shit, and I peep the energy type shit.
and I don't be fucking with that shit. But you know, true insight, bro. Please leave it. Don't be scared. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to the people that's truly trying to find. If you truly got questions, if you truly misunderstood me, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let me help me describe it better because I'm sure I could have gotten my bag more, but without the right, points and shit, I don't really stick on topic as much. But if you ask me some shit, I can really grab that bag type shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm out. Like, subscribe, share. Appreciate the love for the people that do watch. Deuces.